I think from high school, I had taken it for granted that women ought to have the vote. That was a long time ago. But I was really much more actively a suffragist when I went to college. My college is Wellesley, and my class was 1912. And somewhere in there, I remember being a member of the suffrage club. And we brought in some of the very great women. Many of them were suffragettes who went to Washington and demonstrated and chained themselves to the White House railings and were arrested and put in jail. Of course, all the things that were said about what would happen if women got the vote were just the absurd kind of things they've been saying ever since about ERA. It was going to break up the family, and the morals of the whole country would deteriorate, and of course, politics would deteriorate, although I don't exactly see why they could deteriorate any more than they ever have, naturally. But we had to speak to the committee of the House of Representatives, and Mrs. William Jennings Bryan addressed them. And she made one of the best and most considered and most intelligent speeches for suffrage I have ever heard, and I'd heard a good many good speeches by that time. I sat next to a man, I had my best dress on, and I sat next to a man who was spitting into a spittoon that was right in front of me, you know, and my attention was a little distracted. I was a little worried about my dress. That was my good dress. But that man next to me, spitting almost across my lap into the cuspidor, had the vote, and Mrs. William Jennings Bryan did not, you know. I thought that was a very ironic situation. I have one or two very decided opinions about the necessity for the ERA amendment. It has a parallel almost with the three great amendments that clarified the Emancipation Proclamation. The equality that we talk about is not an equality of social relations or individual relations, or certainly not of individual endowments of brains or abilities or anything like that. It is a simple equality in the face of the law. That's the way I feel about the ERA amendment. I hope to get it done with. Let's get it on, and let's get on. Let's get on with improving, helping to build the country. Let's get on with the work of being responsible citizens. Let's get on with doing the things we need to do for social justice.
The summary of the basic things in the Declaration of Human Rights: the right to equal pay for equal work, the right to Social Security, and equal rights in marriage and divorce.